mountain climber is a fantastic core exercise for runners because while we go through that range of motion, we're loading opposite sides of the body, which is exactly what happens when you run. And so by going through this range of motion, we're able to load one side of the body, then the other side of the body, and you have this twisting force that you need to balance. And obviously when we run, those same types of forces exist. And so by getting our core comfortable, kind of in a safe environment like the gym, we can practice this slowly. We can gradually work on improving our speed, and we can get really comfortable in this kind of controlled environment of working through that, kind of controlling those different types of rotations that happen while we're running. That's gonna translate over to your running stride when you go run outside, and it's gonna make you a little bit more efficient runner because of it. Let's take a look at how to do it. To set yourself up for a mountain climber, you're gonna start yourself off in a plank position, and the plank is gonna be from your hands. So you're gonna put your hands on the ground about shoulder width apart. And what we want here is a nice straight line from our shoulder all the way down to kind of the palm of our hand that's on the ground. Most of our weight's gonna be on kind of the heel of our hand. You can have a little bit on the fingers, but most of your weight's gonna be kind of back here. So again, shoulder width apart. From here, I'm gonna step my feet back into a plank position. So you want that weight to be transferring straight through the shoulder, straight down. If you're set up like this, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. And if you're set up like this, it's gonna put a lot of strain on your wrist. So a nice straight line of force all the way down to the ground. And then you're in this position and you're ready to go. To do the mountain climber, all you're gonna do is from this plank position, you're gonna bring one knee forwards and then come back into your plank. Opposite knee is gonna come forwards and back into the plank. What you wanna focus on when you're bringing that leg forward is not letting your hips dip and twist to the opposite side. So you wanna make sure you're nice and solid, everything is in a good straight line, and then that knee comes forward and back, opposite side forward and back. To adjust your difficulty, you simply change the speed. So I always recommend starting on the slower side of things. So a pace, something like this is gonna be perfect because you're able to focus on activating those muscles properly. To make it a little bit more difficult, you can just add some speed to it. So you can do something more like this. The main problem that you'll run into with mountain climbers is gonna be undue stress on your wrists. So if you don't have great wrists, if it's a little bit uncomfortable getting up into that plank position, the best thing that you can do is make a modification where you're gonna go from a plank on your forearms instead of a plank on your hands. There's a few different ways that you can do this. The best one to do it is to stack up some stuff in front of you. So whether that's like a small plyo box or even like a stack of books or something. Stack some stuff up in front of you. You can do your plank from your forearms, and then you can still go through that mountain climber range of motion. The other alternative that you have instead of a mountain climber is to do something like a plank leg raise. So the mountain climber is a great exercise because it gets our hip flexors involved, bringing that knee up forwards. However, if it bugs your shoulders or if you just don't have the ability to do it, the alternative that you can use is something like a plank leg raise. So you're in a plank position like so, and you're gonna lift one foot, set it down, lift the other foot, and set it down. So we're still getting that alternating action, working on that twisting force and controlling it through our core.